This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist Evan Thomason.
Hey, there we go. Welcome to KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. After one little misclick there, you heard a little extra second or two of silence. Sorry about that. Anyways, KSLA Mattress Plus Skycam. Beautiful day in for Shreveport. Guess what? There's no cloud cover here for today. That's the big change that we brought on for the middle of this work week. And this picture pretty much continues on all the way into Monday of next week. This is kind of the start of a stagnant weather pattern, meaning we're going to be hanging around with nice sunshine, blue skies, all the way at least into Monday of next work week. Hi, how you doing? I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far out today. I know, man, we've reached the second half of the work week, and it's the better side, at least for some things. Maybe not for others, though. That's because along with the sunshine, we're bringing on the intense heat and humidity as well. Boy, we had a nice cool morning out this morning to start off. Temperatures were down into the upper 60s out for most of us, lower 70s. I believe the 72 is the lowest I saw Shreveport get. But yeah, we're expecting lots of heat, lots of humidity to be brought on by the sunshine that's going to stay in place here over the next several days. Yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's get straight into the forecast because we got a loaded show here for you today to enjoy. So, first of all, we're going to head into our local sunny forecast. Nothing but sunshine and blue skies again, at least all the way into Monday of next week, which accounts for the next 6 days of the forecast out of the 7-day forecast. So, overall, I'm not talking about too much. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little bit of a bland main forecast that we'll get to in just a little bit for the local forecast. After that, we have a meteorologist discussion. All four of us, as a part of the First Alert Weather team, will be on to talk about hurricane preparedness. In fact, all of us made a hurricane preparedness kit as well. We all bought props. We all got everything well, I wouldn't say in person, because we're not in person in your living room or wherever you are currently. But we brought them on our chat here for today to show you each of our items and show you why they're necessary to have, as hurricane season still lasts until the end of November. Yeah, with the peak of the season still lasting for another month or so. And then we'll also have a preview of tomorrow's episode on your Thursday. That one is going to be about traveling for the weekend. It's going to be a travel forecast. We've done that once before, kind of it's sort of like a regional forecast. We'll get into that later on down the road. All right, let's get into the local forecast, shall we? Again, beautiful blue skies outside, lots of sunshine outside across the Arklatex. There's a live look at Shreveport again. Got a nice temperature trend here for you. Real quick, I wanted to pause my local forecast just for a second, mainly because I remembered one thing. Join us on YouTube if you want, because guess what? We've now started streaming on YouTube for about a week now. Some people don't really know that, though. And I know you're like, well, I'm already watching you on KSLA.com or any live streams. That's great enough. And first of all, thank you for watching. But the real cool thing about watching on YouTube, you just type in your little question. If you have any, type it in to me. And I can literally see the chat right off to my right, and I can answer those questions to you live when this is airing. If you were watching this live, that is. If you're watching it as a replay, well, I can't help you out there. I'm not a time traveler. Anyways, I think you get the point. All right, so getting straight back into the forecast. So if you have any questions about the forecast, about the exclusive content in for the day, just put them in the live chat, and I'll answer them mostly in the last little block that we have in the First Alert Weather Breakdown. All right, now, again, back to the forecast here. High pressure. That is bringing in the heat here over the next couple of days. This is a map that shows temperatures above or below average across the entirety of this country. So we're driving in hotter than average temperatures by the shades of yellow and orange into the Arklatex here for the second half of the work week. That's all because that high pressure system is going to have a nice camp out. You know, drink some water, have some s'mores, do what it ever needs to do, as it's just going to stay in place all the way at least into the weekend as well. Now, heading into Saturday and Sunday, you see the temperatures start to ease up just a little bit, and that'll kind of trend us in the opposite direction, leading to some cooler temperatures actually heading into the start of next work week. But at least for the next 5 days leading up into the weekend, things are looking very H-O. Let me restart that with the other way. H-O-T. There we go. All right, so future track. Not only does this track onto rain showers, this tracks onto cloud cover, and there's not much of it to be found. In throughout the rest of your Wednesday, this is almost going to be copy-paste into your Thursday a little bit too, and maybe a little rush of clouds in for the day on Friday, but overall, it is going to be hot, sunny, and dry. Yeah, not much cloud cover, so not much rain to be produced from the lack of cloud cover. Keep in mind that, again, that's for the next 5 days, not the next 7. I usually use the next 7, but day 7 promises a little chance of wet weather here heading into the middle of next week. We'll get to that in the 7-day forecast. All right, so future track in for the next couple of days. I mean, this is the only thing that's changing is the temperatures. We're packing in more heat, more humidity into the forecast. So highs into the upper 80s, maybe lower 90s here for today. And then heading on into your Thursday, low to mid 90s outside potentially. And it could get even hotter in store for, say, Friday as well. Feels like temperatures up to around 100 degrees here, especially by the end of this work week. So watch out for that humidity. I don't think a heat advisory is going to get issued because it's usually issued when it feels like temperatures are up to around 105. But we haven't seen this humidity and this heat packed together in just a little bit of some time. So, yeah, back out to summer, so to speak, across the Arctic. All right, here's what we're looking at on tropical development. That 60% chance of area of interest is what we looked at yesterday with Tropical Depression Gordon. It's now technically the remnants of Gordon. It's really losing itself currently. It's expected to get have a 60% chance of getting itself back together in the Atlantic Ocean. But look where it's moving. It's moving due north. You don't usually see that on the tropical development map, but it's moving due north, and that's not going to be an issue for us moving on forward. My main issue is look at what has formed in the Western Caribbean, a 20% chance for an area of interest to form. Now, there's lots of development with this system because in the past day or two, I haven't talked about it too much, but in the past day or two, there has been hints at lots of weather models consistently showing an area of interest in the Western Caribbean that moves into the Gulf of Mexico sometime during the middle to late part of next week. Now, the late part of next week is beyond 7 days. So that's personally why I think that it only has a 20% chance of forming within the next 7 days. So, holding to my belief here that this chance of formation is going to increase, especially once we get into tomorrow and Friday, because models are really picking up on something happening there next week. We will keep you first alert. All right, 7-day forecast. Here we go. 90 degrees here for today, up to 95 again on Friday overall. The next 6 days, 0% chance of wet weather. It's going to be nice. The next chance of rain that we're going to have around here is around Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Models are very finicky on how much rain we're going to get, if any. But I will say it does look like we're expecting some cooler temperatures, at least cooler than Friday and Saturday standards. Cooler temperatures in for the start of next week with highs getting down into the upper 80s. All right, that's your local forecast here for today. Again, we got a packed show because we have a good lengthy recording here of the four of us yesterday talking about the four of us, meaning me, CJ, Matt, Austin, and I. We all talked about the kit that you should prepare for yourself to keep yourself safe during tropical season. If you happen to have a hurricane, move on forward. Or if you're watching down closer to the coast, if you want to know and need to refresh on just some things you need to keep in the back of your mind, say, hey, I need to grab this in order to get myself prepped up for hurricane season, especially with that area of interest, but lingering along into the Gulf of Mexico here heading into next week. Maybe a good time to resupply on some things. Anyways, we talk about everything you need to know, everything you need to have on tap here. All that more, that hurricane preparedness safety kit is coming up next after the break. And welcome to the First Alert Weather Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason here with the rest of the weather team. Hello, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Going all
Pretty
good.
good. It's a bit cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cloudy out for now, but the sun's coming out a lot more here later on this work week, thankfully. And it's going to feel a lot more like summer, despite what my tie says.
I like this
Um,
weather. I want this to stick around.
the cloudy?
Yes.
The cloudiness?
I like
Yes,
it
I
cloudy.
do too. I do too, yes. But regardless of whether you like it or not, summer's coming back here for the
Yep.
tail end of this work week, and boy,
Mm.
those feels it feels like temperatures are gonna be scorching in the upper 90s here. Yeah, it's gonna look bad. Anyways, we're here not to talk about that. We're here to talk about maybe something that happens when cloud cover's around, which is hurricanes, tropical seasons. In particular for today, we wanted to build a kit for hurricane preparedness and hurricane safety as well. So we all have a show and tell feature, so to speak, here for today. So we're gonna bring all of our little goodies together and combine them into one huge list of things that you need in store for today. So whoever wants to bring their first item to show and tell, please do tell the class and tell us why your item is really great to have, especially in the case of an emergency. There you go, Austin.
Yeah. So flashlights. It's a dead simple thing. I actually also have one of these candle gimmicks that all of a sudden won't work. But good to be able to see. You got to be able to see, and when severe weather hits, you might lose power, and you don't know when it's going to come back. So being able to see is important. You get the flashlight. This one is rather heavy duty. It can magnetize. It lives on my fridge at home. Um, that's perfect for walking around. It's real bright. Preferably, you're going to get one with LEDs in it. I don't even know if they sell them without LEDs at this point. So it's going to be real bright. That's a safety thing. If you're walking, down a street, bring the flashlight with you, especially if there's no street lamps on or anything. So you don't have power. You need to be able to be seen on top of seeing what's in front of you. And you get the candle, one of these battery operated candles, because you don't if everything's fine at the house or whatever, but you just don't have power. Buy a few of these. They come in smaller sizes that you can kind of exist with, and you don't have the bright white LED
Hmm.
that um, would be a bit oppressive at times. This is like one you take into the bathroom. I need to take a shower, still don't have any power.
Mhm.
Put a couple of those in the bathroom, no problem. And that way you can at least try to go about some of your life more normally. But if you are looking around in the dark, uh, you got damage in the backyard, you want to assess it, you take the flashlight out there so you can see, so you don't step on anything, trip over anything, because then you have a medical emergency on top of the already weather emergency you're dealing with. You don't want to be doing both of those things at once. So protect yourself with light.
That's perfect. Um, I'll go next then. What I have here for a show and tell day in our hurricane preparedness kit is food. I have a can of black beans, and it's usually good to have like a canned food ready at the ready, just in case tropical system runs into your area and knocks out the power. And when the power's knocked out, of course the refrigerator's knocked out, so you won't be having that cooling sensation for your food. And just in case if those start to expire or get bad, canned food will be your best friend. Or other things like non-perishable foods like cereals or granola bars, maybe even fruit snacks, just to keep your hunger satisfied while you're in a possible power outage due to a hurricane. Now, black beans, I'm not sure if any of you guys will be eating cold black beans, but it is something. You can also get other canned food like maybe canned corn, canned vegetables, dried fruit that also comes in a can. canned fruit, but anything that you may like that can come in a can or in a cereal box or granola bars, as I said before, those will be good for if you ever are in a natural disaster and you are hungry. You will have these canned foods you should have these canned foods at the ready for you. And that's my show and tell for today.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
people
good.
around here jar their own stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and again, that's something that people do, which is another way of preserving maybe your own food that you cooked. And cold beans might not be great, but if I'm riding out a hurricane, I got other problems to worry about. To be honest,
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
exactly. It's
Um,
something,
you
it's
got
it's
bigger
better
yeah.
than
problems,
nothing.
and you got to stay fueled because you start malnutritioning yourself, and then you're not helpful to anyone.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. So another important thing that you would definitely need is a first aid kit. This is like a monster first aid kit. You don't necessarily need something like this, this big. But definitely a first aid kit is really important to have, not only in a hurricane situation, but pretty much any type of natural disaster. Obviously, worst case scenario is you do get injured and you can't make it to the emergency room or there's trees blocking your way or whatever. So you can at least administer some first aid at least temporarily. Um, if there's damage and you're walking around and you happen to get cut by glass or cut by something, you at least have that first aid kit there. And then I'm going to try to switch my camera around because I want to show you guys something else. Let's see if I can do that. Let me know if my camera switches. Switch around.
It's
There you
switch.
go. Yep.
Sorry, the room's a mess. We're still kind of putting stuff together. But what I wanted to show you guys is that we purchased some of these generators. And generators today are not like they used to be. You don't have to get the gas generators. And in fact, I'd recommend getting these kind of green, they're like a green type of generator.
That's just
But
a giant
basically,
battery.
it is basically so this is the generator and it also has attached batteries that I'm not showing right now. But basically you just need to go ahead and charge this thing up ahead of time. Like if you know there's an approaching storm, go ahead and charge this generator up ahead of time with the battery packs that I'm not showing right now. But this one generator will last 15 days and it is extremely quiet. You can actually have it in your house so you don't have to worry about the carbon monoxide issues that you do with a typical generator. So you can have it in your house super quiet. And we actually got 2 or 3 of these because it was like some sale going on. We got 2 or 3 of these. So for example, this one will last about 10 to 15 days and you can decide what you plug in and what you don't. So, during a power outage, we'll kind of decide to plug in just the fridge and maybe the TV or like just some essential stuff. So you don't necessarily have to have power running in the whole house and you can just kind of wheel it wherever you want to, put it in the house. But really good thing to have a generator for sure.
And to just really quickly on that subject, if you don't have a big generator or you don't have the big battery generator, having just a power source, a small, battery that you can have charged up that can keep your phones charged, so you
Hmm.
can keep communication. uh, even that level of supplemental power is better than nothing
Yeah.
in an emergency situation. And plus, they're useful on like road trips and stuff. You can use them outside
Right.
of emergencies. But yeah,
So yeah, no, I mean, like basically the key message here is pay attention to our forecast and prep ahead of time, get everything charged up before the storm actually gets there, and make sure everything's, fully charged up. And you should be able to be okay, especially with these type of things. They last, 10 to 15 days, which is a pretty long time. So hopefully you wouldn't have a power outage longer than that. But
Yeah.
I would
And
hope so.
another thing I didn't mention along with the non-perishable food is water. Water,
mm,
water, water. You
yes,
need bottled waters, maybe maybe a water station for yourself. You build yourself a water station, you definitely need water along with food. So yeah, that's something I just forgot to mention.
fill up the bathtub, have that if you want to, fill up the bathtub with water. Not a bad idea.
That's true.
I was gonna mention water. Great minds think alike, CJ. Thank you. But yeah, that's very important enough itself. Keep yourself hydrated. Make sure you have a supply. There's a reason that water bottles tend to go out at grocery stores
Mm.
in terms of storms then. So yeah, definitely keep yourself hydrated. I did bring something else that none of you guys mentioned yet, and that is the First Alert Radio. It is a weather alert radio. It is a great tool, and I know some people are like, well, why don't I just use my phone? My phone can get all the information, which yes, you are correct, especially if you download the KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather app. It'll keep you nice and handy always. But this is also a nice old school, reliable. It's all reliable. And this will basically connect mostly, I believe it connects directly to the National Weather Service as well. They can give you updates on this. It's basically like a walkie-talkie between you and the people making all the watches and warnings at the National Weather Service, which they'll provide you with all the information. They will keep you up to date on everything.
Police scanner for weather nerds.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
So that's how it works. And then I wanted to mention one last thing really quickly, actually, that I just remembered.
He's gone.
Like the Flash. Very Flash.
And he's back.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's
he's
tucked
got his blanket.
It was tucked away in the back. It was a blanket. You got to keep yourself nice and warm at night, all right? Sometimes the AC kicks out or something like that. And I mean, some of the nights can get a little bit cool, especially under that cloud cover during the day. So, blanket. Keep yourself cozy, all right? I'm gonna keep myself cozy right now and actually use this to its advantage.
The galaxy planet pattern is optional.
Yes, there you go. whatever blanket you do have will work. All right. The last thing I wanted to mention about all this, thank you guys for bringing all your show and tell things.
I got one more thing before.
Go ahead.
All right, one more thing that I want to touch on really quick is that don't forget your pet's
Apple
little
presentation.
kit. You want to have like a little kit for your pet, have their food ready to go, any medications that they need as well. Just have your pet's kit ready to go, like, little, one of those little water dishes that you can fold and collapse and stuff like that. Just make sure you have everything ready
We
for your
got
pet.
carriers.
Yes, there you go.
Or perhaps for slightly larger animals, the crates or cages or whatever they're called.
Yep.
Pets are just as valuable as humans. All right?
Yes.
You gotta take care of them just like take care of yourself.
Sometimes even more valuable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One last thing I wanted to mention is not this week, but next week. I don't know if you guys saw long range models. Gulf of Mexico. There's something that could be brewing in the tropics, specifically in the Gulf of Mexico next week. Yeah, so we'll keep you first alert regardless to let you know how that happens, but way long ways out to see exactly how it goes. But again, we'll keep you in tune next week. You heard it here first, though, if it actually does form next week. So, so you know. All right. Thank you guys very much for coming to the class to show and tell your amazing kit in store for today. Thanks also for your mini bedroom tour, Matt. Thank you.
No problem.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We will talk to you again on the next Matt Chat. See you guys later. Till next time. Bye. All right. We'll have a quick recap of this episode, and we'll talk about what's going on here for tomorrow. Coming up next. And welcome back to KSLA News 12 First Alert Weather Breakdown. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine. Back out today. All right, turning to our YouTube chat in right now. Again, if you're watching us on KSLA.com and on our live stream, that is fantastic. But guess what? There is a way that, again, you can talk to me live on this stream, and that is exactly through YouTube. Instead of just having a one-way communication where I'm just speaking to you, you can speak back to me. Again, live on our chat on YouTube. I have it pulled up on the other computer that's off to the side right now. I'm going to read the 2 comments that are on it right now. First of all, thank you for commenting. Sean says, hi, I'm going to have a thunderstorm here for today. Well, first of all, no chances of rain here in the Arklatex. Not just for today, but anytime soon. Next chance of rain here locally is not until next Tuesday or Wednesday. So ways away to stay first alert about that. But first of all, thank you for watching, Sean. And I'm even much more privileged and honored that you're watching from somewhere that's having a thunderstorm in for today, which means you're watching way away from the Arklatex. So thank you for tuning in if you are watching, Sean. Appreciate it. We're here every single weekday, 10:30 a.m. That includes tomorrow on Thursday. We'll get to that in just a moment. Now, if you want to send us a topic, you can send it to us on weatherbreakdown@ksla.com. You know that little weather preparedness, the weather hurricane preparedness kit that we just prepped up together? Yeah, that was a topic. That was a topic that was sent to us here at First Alert Weather Breakdown. That was a great idea for us to do on our meteorologist chat, kind of having all the props together as well. So yeah, you can do it that way. If you don't want to email us, you can also send us a message on Facebook as well at the KSLA First Alert Weather Team, or you can send a Facebook to Meteorologist Evan Thomason. You have permission to do that as well. I will see all your messages there to me, and yeah, if you send me a topic, I'll be like, thank you, great. For the most part, honestly, we talk about anything and everything, as long as it's weather-related here for the most part. Sometimes we even do fun personal questions, even on Met Chats with all 4 of us as well. If you want to send us a personal question like, what's your favorite candy? What's your favorite color? Those kind of things, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we talk about. In for tomorrow. First of all, you can join us any weekday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday. In particular, for tomorrow's episode, we're going to be traveling around regionally. We'll take a look at the forecast for Dallas. We'll take a look at a forecast for New Orleans. We'll go up to Little Rock, over eastward out towards Jackson. We'll kind of get a good look at kind of a forecast all around and see what you can expect for your coming weekend. If you have any travel plans going out anywhere, maybe to Alexandria, so to speak, or Houston, maybe flying to Houston from Shreveport Regional. We'll give you the forecast for all those kind of regional towns, so to speak, coming up here on tomorrow's First Alert Weather Breakdown. Again, it airs every single weekday at 10:30. Before we go, I'm actually going to look at the temperatures out right now that we're leaving you guys out with here for today. 86 in Shreveport, 83 in Vanville, 84 in Magnolia right now, 80 in Queen, 80 in Carthage. And one last look at the temperatures in for this afternoon. You can expect those temperatures raising themselves by probably another 5 to 10 degrees in for this afternoon. So, yeah, it's going to be a hot, toasty one in for today. The hottest one of the work week, but yet the coolest out of the next 3 days. Yeah, with the actual temperatures getting up to the mid-90s here for Thursday and Friday. Feels like temperatures getting as high as 100 degrees. Hang in there. Lots of heat, lots of humidity. It's certainly going to be feeling like summer overall for the next 5 days. Keep yourself cool. Drink some water as well. Stay hydrated. You need to keep yourself cool. All right? As for me, I'm meteorologist Evan Thompson. You have a great rest of your Wednesday. It's hump day, just halfway through the work week. Lots of sunshine in store, at least to enjoy, including into the weekend. 2 most important days of the entire week. You're welcome. Sorry for the heat and the humidity, though. That's just a side effect. Anyways, I will see you on tomorrow's episode, Thursday, 10:30. I'll see you then. You better be there. And, yeah, I will talk to you all later. You have a great rest of your day. Peace out.